Well, we thought we were all set and ready to go for the 7 p.m. round, and it turns out there's a tie for the last spot in the U20 girls division. Tie for 64th, and it's actually a three-way tie, but only 2 of them are here. Brandy Underwood and Rebecca Gotterbarn are going to bowl for the last spot in the final qualifying round this evening. Haley Hall also tied for that spot, but unfortunately is nowhere to be found. So they will proceed without her. They're going to bowl 1 game, and the player with the highest score is going to move on and bowl.
So pretty much
immediately after this. Yeah, bonus
match play.
So they've got about 2 minutes left in practice, and then we'll get started.
Yes. Yep.
Well, Haley Hall just showed up. So she will get the bowl, it looks like. I think, yeah, she just walked in with her bowling equipment, so she's not going to get much practice, but at least she's going to get the bowl, it looks like.
Boy, talk about a challenging spot to come into. Just get word that you made a roll-off and now try and bowl cold.
Yeah, that's going to be challenging. If she hurries, she might be able to get 1 shot in. We'll see. Doesn't look like she's in a big hurry here. Oh, she might get 1 shot. There's 3 seconds left in practice, so she's going to get 1 shot in. It's a good enough shot to get a read on the pattern. So, of course, everybody in the bowling center is behind this pair. It's almost like it's the finals or something, you know, because everybody's waiting to bowl the next round, and so can't bowl until this roll-off is over.
Pretty interesting experience.
Every once in a while, you get these roll-offs. Turn out to be pretty fun to watch.
See David Bartlett, our tournament director, explaining the details to the players. Pretty simple. Going to make it a little bit of a late night for all the rest of the bowlers waiting to bowl the next squad, but
And they've got to be back here very early tomorrow morning as well. So now they're putting the names in the scoring system. But help to spread the word that we've got a little bonus bowling here. This is a roll-off.
a little bit more drama. Win or go home.
Pretty much, yeah. The winner gets to bowl 5 more games tonight. We've got 3 players now since our third one showed up at almost the last second. And it looks like we're ready to go, Jason. .7-10 split to start for Rebecca Goddard-Barn. And once again, it is a 1-game roll-off. And the high score of these 3 will move on and bowl this evening. All 3 players tied at minus 284, which is an average of 185.8, 37-16. Their 20-game totals.
Haley Hall, who only got 1 shot to warm up, says, practice? Who needs practice?
What you talking about, practice? She's the only one to get a strike in the first frame. All the scores are updated, by the way, at bowl.com/juniorgold if you want to check them out. As Rebecca gets a strike in the second.
Now, normally we don't have a lot of drama here on this day at North Pointe Junior Gold, but unanticipated surprise. Unlikely 3-way tie for the final spot.
Good spare, 3-6-9-10 in the second. Covers it up nicely. These 3 players bowling for 1 spot. Right now it's Haley in the lead by 4 after 2 frames.
An unusual situation, seeing a 3-way roll-off too. Not normally something that you're accustomed to, keeping track of scores for 2 other opponents.
Chopped spare there. So an open frame for Brandy. Haley, the only one who hasn't opened yet. That looks on target. No, it never hooked. I thought that might have a chance to hook. I think she must have missed it at the bottom, though. That wasn't that far off from where she threw it earlier. So she leaves a washout and could be looking at her first open here of the game. And if Haley does open, that puts Rebecca in the lead as Rebecca steps up on the right lane. Hey, little Lucky Brooklyn action.
They are back on fresh oil.
Yep,
Everybody would assume that, but just
Mexico City, and they will re-oil this pair after this game is over. So right now, after 3 frames, Rebecca Gotterbarn leads by 4 over Haley and by 8 over Brandy. So pretty close, all within 8 pins of each other after 3 frames. All with at least one open. As Brandy Underwood misses the head pin to the left on that shot and leaves the 1-3-6. Bonus coverage here for you at the North Pointe Junior Gold. Next round will start immediately following this roll-off. Fifth frame, still anybody's game here. Well, Greek Church for Brandy will push her even further back. Becca wants to know who gets the automatic Junior Team USA spots. We won't know that till tonight. Top 2 men, top two boys, top 2 girls after 25 games get it, and we still have 5 more games to go. And of course, this game doesn't count towards that. You know, a strike there would have given her the lead, but Rebecca still leads by 4. And Rebecca now 26 pins ahead of Brandy. So we finish up the 5th frame, and here's Rebecca's 6th frame. She's got a high rev rate. A high backswing does Rebecca.
You've got the scores there right in front of you. Our 3-box setup. Once again, high score advances to the next round, and bottom 2 are below the cut.
Oh no, open in the 6th. Haley takes the lead sitting on the bench. Oh, Brandy trying to get back in this thing.
She's not out of it by any means.
She's going to need a little help, but if she starts throwing some strikes, she'll have a great chance. Ball's in Haley's court now. She throws a strike here, she'll be up by 10 on Rebecca. And that's exactly what she does. So Haley leads by 10 after 6 frames.
What a nice story for Haley Hall that would be for those of you that weren't here for right at the beginning of the stream.
Oh,
she was
split.
out of the center and just assumed that things were done. Just made it back in time to throw 1 practice shot. And now may advance.
Oh, good shot
that
from
was a
Brandy.
nice shot.
She really needed it too. That's good news for Haley. She's in great position now. Even if she just marks here in the 7th, she will be up by 21 pins with 3 frames to go.
Yeah, Haley Hall can really take control with a strike here in the 7th.
Yeah, strike would put her up 31. It's going to be a little high. Yeah, she leaves a split, so guess what? We're right back to it being real close. Haley's still going to have a little bit of a lead here. Rebecca's been having a problem where she just keeps coming over the top of the ball. She needs to try to stay behind it a little more. That's better. Yeah, you could tell off her hand that was way better. She didn't come over the top of it like she had been in the last few frames. An open frame for Haley in the 7th. So now all 3 players are back to within 10 pins of each other. But Haley still with a 9-pin lead. All 4 divisions bowl their last 5 games after this roll-off. Brutal 9-pin for Brandy Underwood. She desperately needed a strike there.
She's thrown a couple of really nice shots the last few frames.
Still anybody's game here as we wrap up the 8th frame. No problem on the spare. Let's see if Haley can make her spare. No problem. Well, Rebecca's the only one working on a strike, and if she strikes here, she'll take the lead by 1. Close. Oh, yeah. Packs it in there for the first double that any player has had in this game. And Rebecca Gotterbarn takes a 1-pin lead.
Puts herself in very good position heading into the 10th. If you're just joining us, you're watching live coverage of this roll-off in the U20 girls division to find out which one of these 3 players advances.
Great shot by Brandy, and she sets herself up for the 10th. Still not out of it yet. Haley needs a strike here. Crossing over and leaves the 9-pin. Well, Rebecca can seal the deal here. If she doubles in the 10th, she'll lock up the spot. And that's way left off her hand. She came right over the top of it again.
It's going to be pretty close here.
Yeah, that count actually puts Haley back in the lead by a pin. Here are the max scores. Rebecca can spare here and strike for 171. Let's see if she does it. She does make it. Brandy Underwood can strike out for 182. And Haley can strike out for, you guessed it, 182.
There are probably 300 people in here watching this too.
Yeah, and there's a very high likelihood that we could have another tie. Count.
Great shot.
Count is becoming incredibly important, and so that was a big shot, a 171 there. So Brandy, in order to pass that 171, needs a strike, 9 spare to tie it. So we need a double here in the 10th to beat it. So has to have it right here. Oh, trips the 4-9 out. I don't know what would happen if there's another tie, but I would guess it would be a 9th and 10th frame. Haley has to strike here. Well, there's the first one. How about that?
Some clutch bowling here.
That puts Rebecca virtually out. Not out completely, but Haley would just need a mark of any kind to close it out to beat her. Brandy has to have this strike. If she goes 9 spare, she would tie Rebecca. Gotta have it. Oh! And she gets it. The double in the 10th. Feels like a title match, ladies and gentlemen, but it's really just for the 64th spot in round 5. Here we go. Has to have it. Gotta have it. Oh, and she gets it. We could have another tie. It's going to come down to the last ball. Well, Rebecca has been eliminated. We do know that much. But Brandy Underwood and Haley Hall can both max at 182. So here we go. All comes down to count on the last ball. It's gotten real quiet in here. Here we go. Needs to hook. Oh! She shreds the rack for the strike. How about that? What a clutch finish for Brandy Underwood, 182. And now Haley Hall has to strike on this ball to force a second tiebreaker. Here we go. Gotta have it. For the tie. Oh, and she pulls it, and Brandy Underwood has advanced into the round of 64. 182 to 180 to 171. What a roll-off as Brandy Underwood advances. Huge crowd here at Sunnybrook Lanes, as we will now shift gears and get ready for the 5th and final round of qualifying. We are going to reset things here. We will tweet and Facebook the new link for the live stream coming up in just a couple of minutes. So again, check our USBC Twitter feed at USBC and our USBC Facebook page. We will send out the new link for the live stream in just a few minutes. So hang around. What an exciting roll-off. Back in just a few minutes.
Let's take a quick replay. Look, Lucas, is pretty cool. Got those last couple of shots. First, the strike.
Yeah, so here we go. This is the strike to guarantee no worse than a tie. So she gets the strike there, and that puts her at 182, and then that would have forced Haley to strike on her next shot. And unfortunately, Haley pulled it dead left off her hand here, right through the face, and left the 3-6. And so Brandy Underwood advanced by 2 pins. All right, we got to get set up for the next round. It's probably going to be a few minutes. It looks like he's going to burn a pair and then go over and run it. So it might be 5 or 10 minutes before we get going with practice. But check for the link on our Facebook page and our USBC Twitter account.
We'll be back in a little bit.